How do women lie? Let's talk about how women lie. Again, this is observed. This is empirical evidence. This is evidence wrought through experience. We've all experienced liars in our life. You know, you can lie. There's different types of lies, though. There's direct lies. There's lies that are super close to the truth. There's what I believe the George Bush administration did, which was lie through doublespeak. If you ever want to get a degree in lying, go watch the whole presidency of George Bush. Go watch his press conferences. Go watch the Secretary of State. Forget that guy's name, but they were excellent liars, like professional liars. And I think there's a book that was written during that era, or close to the end of that era. It was called Lies and the Lying Liars Who Tell Them. I never actually read that book, I have to admit that, but I believe that it's written. I think it's a very good book. I heard a lot about it. And of course, me saying I never read it sort of devalidates it. But it was written, I'm pretty sure it's legit because it was written on that subject of George Bush's presidency. And I watched, and so I agreed, like, yeah, a book like that needs to be written, because I watched a lot of the press conferences. I watched a lot of George Bush speeches, and total doublespeak. That word doublespeak. I think I've never seen a greater display of doublespeak than that. Even Obama doesn't come up to that. And Obama does a lot of pussyfooting around when it comes to not answering questions. McCain is also really good at that, not answering questions. It's called lying through a mission, by just skirting around, not answering questions, using doublespeak. And that's a wonderful way to lie. So that's the same type of way that I believe most women lie. They lie, not necessarily doublespeak, but they lie through omission. They lie by not telling the truth about what they're really doing. They lie through, not putting themselves in positions where they will easily be found out. Let's put it that way. So they creep around. They're creepy, but not in the sense that we usually use the term creepy. They creep around. They specifically choose to mess around with, or sleep with, or whatever. They choose men that they sense that they can lie to, that they can, hold sway over. And this is, I think, something that's very deceptive. And it's deceptive in the sense that they are lying about who they really are by portraying themselves as something they're really not. And they know that they have a lot of leeway to do that because we give them the benefit of the doubt. And so they really rely and lean on that benefit of the doubt, that, oh, they're women, and they know that. And a lot of it is they know that guys want them, and they know that their looks can dissuade people from blaming them for things. They know their looks can cause guys to act stupid and give them things that they shouldn't give them, and treat them ways that they shouldn't really be treated, based on their real, genuine moral character, which a lot of times is bereft, is vacant of quality, right? So they lie this way, and it's a sort of act. It's a sort of and we know this in *MGTOW. You can't get away with it forever. You can't get away with it forever. You hit the wall, you have kids, and I've seen it where women, put themselves out, and they don't see anything wrong with it, but it's they don't see that there's anything wrong with sleeping around on the side and not telling their guy. They don't see that there's anything wrong with, acting like they're some special pretty person and they got a kid at home, or they got all this graveyard and skeletons in their closet of guys that they've had sex with and messed around with and blah, blah. And yet they'll put themselves out there for the long term. So it's like it's duplicitous. They're living double lives. On the one hand, you know, they've go out to the bars or whatever, and they sleep with these assholes or whatever. You call them assholes or whatever. They sleep with guys who are just out for one thing. And then they'll go and they'll turn around and they'll say, I want long term. I want love. That's duplicitous. That's lying. You are living a double life. Okay. You can't say, oh, I want love, and also say, I want to go have sex with a bunch of guys. Those are two different worlds. If you want love, you need to be faithful, and you need to be earning of it. You need to earn it. How do you earn love? You be a good person. You be a person that somebody can love. You be a person that is receptive to monogamy. Be a person who is receptive to working and fostering a successful, good relationship. How do you do that? You be faithful. You be kind and supportive to your husband. You don't lie and creep around behind his back and all these things. That's why you're single. And I hope that you stay single, because you don't deserve a good guy. And a lot of these women will settle for guys who, you know, they'll have an open relationship, who will allow them to have an open relationship. And that's sad. And those guys suck. And you guys are betas, and you're crappy. You're crappy, you know, beta in the pop culture sense, where you're just weak men who will let women walk on you, walk all over you. You're not a man if you let your woman go sleep around with other people and then claim that she loves you. That's not a man. You're not an adult. You're not successfully having a relationship. That's not a successful relationship. That's degeneracy. You are dating a whore, and you're supporting that. You're supporting her lifestyle, and that's sad, and you shouldn't do that. And we all need to come to this realization of what women really do. Stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. Stop white knighting. That needs to stop. White knights need to stop. And we need to start treating women how they really deserve to be treated. And I'm not saying ostracizing them from society, but if she's a liar, if she's a slut on the side, that shouldn't be respected. That shouldn't be uplifted. And we need to figure out, you know, I can tell how she walks in the door, whether or not she's that type of girl. I can tell from looking, you know, within 2 minutes, looking at a girl's dating profile, whether or not she's that type of girl. Okay. A lot of red flags, a lot of signs, you know, they'll give themselves away if you pay attention. So just want to put that out there. And, you know, lying is, there's different types of lies. And there's the type of lie where somebody can just withhold information from you. And that's one of the worst kinds, because that's very deceptive. You don't know what that person's really doing. And, which is why if you get into a relationship with somebody, you better make sure you know where she's at all times. And if she's the type of person that says, I want more freedom, you're not giving me enough freedom, you're controlling, that's a red flag. She's pushing for more autonomy, probably because she wants to go cheat. I'm not saying you lock her down, control her, what are you doing at all times? But in this day and age, man, you know, they could go slip away and have sex with a guy at lunch break. That easy. It's super easy. And there's guys out there that are just wolves. Guys out there who just know what to say and just know how to get your girl to be unfaithful. If she shows an inch of interest, they'll take a mile and she'll be bent over at lunch break. That's the type of age we live in. Guys are experts now. So just a warning, make sure you know what your girl's doing. All right. Thanks for listening. Jason Levi, Northwest Podcast.